You could be seeing the last time Brady plays at Foxborough today. Brady's pass. It's intercepted and returned for a touchdown by Logan Ryan, the favorite Patriots. And normally we're always talking about the winning team at the end of the game, but this is a place that here's that's what I think he's coming back, and I think he's gonna be very motivated to possibly show people that next day.
All right, guys, at halftime, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers are losing to the New England Patriots in a slop fest, if you will, 7-6. I'm your host, Peter Blake, live here at Ducky Sports Lounge, along with Mr. Blake Anthony of Sports Talk 49. Of course, the big-time story coming in tonight, Brady versus Belichick. You look at the numbers, Brady 15 for 27, 182 yards, no touchdowns, and he's been high on 4 passes tonight. Although, of course, he becomes the NFL's all-time career leader with a 28-yard pass early in the first quarter to Mike Evans. So your thoughts on Brady and this offense? Got to give credit to where credit is due. Bill Belichick and that defense has definitely had a plan, right?
Yeah, they've had a plan, and obviously the weather's messing with Brady. He's put a couple balls too high, a few of them. One to Mike Evans and a few there near the end to Antonio Brown. Bucs get a chance at a turnover. Unable to turn them into 7 points, missed the field goal. So there's some points left out there, but the Patriots are definitely doing what I thought they would do. They would hang in there and throw haymakers right along with the Buccaneers, as long as the Buccaneers allow them to stay in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Allowed them to stay into the game. A missed field goal by Ryan Succop doesn't help after you get a turnover from Mac Jones. You're not able to convert, highly unlikely. Maybe it's the weather conditions. Maybe that's the reason why Tom Brady is so high on his balls tonight. But Succop misses 36 yards. Of course, gets a field goal right before the half there of 44 yards. So, again, 7-6. Mac Jones, 15 for 20, 130 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And what I noticed with him is they're keeping him in manageable third down situations. Instead of going 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15, you're in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7. That's where you have to be. And the Bucs have to get more pressure on him. But like you said, he's getting rid of the ball quickly tonight.
Yeah, they're obviously they're trying to execute that in the game plan. He's getting rid of the ball under 3 seconds, and when he's holding it,
right,
they're getting to him, or he's finding a guy wide open. So it's one of the two happening. Carlton Davis is going down, so the Buccaneers again are going to have to adjust with injuries in the secondary. They're going to have to dogfight and slug their way out of this. They're going to need the help of the offense to try to take some of that pressure off the defense.
Yeah, Jones on the night, 11 plays, 74-yard drive. Of course, touchdown to Hunter Henry. Looked like Antoine Winfield Jr. was trying to jump the route. Bad tackle, misses the tackle, he goes in. So Winfield gets an interception early in the game. The Bucs are not able to convert, and then he misses a tackle. So good and bad, but you talked about it. Davis, the big story there. Looks like a quad injury. Look, I'm not a doctor, and I don't even play one on TV, but it definitely didn't look good, especially him being on the cart, right?
Yeah, there's no telling what that's going to look like. See if it's a whole tear from the bone or just some. It's obviously that's not a cramp the way he was complaining about it, grimacing.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how that turns out come Monday.
What else have you seen in this game? Joe Tryon picks up his first sack in his career on a Mac Jones. Very impressive tonight. He's gotten pressure. I think that's been the impressive thing with this Bucs defense. They've gotten enough pressure. And then, of course, Shaq Barrett with a sack. So good to see him in on the action. Talk about that defensive line a little bit.
Yeah, Joe's not relying on his speed like he has before. He's relying on technique, and it got a sack. Also, Devin White is getting to the quarterback this game. He's able to hit Mac Jones and force an interception, and he's missed a sack on another A-gap blitz. So they're definitely the blitzes are getting home. He's got to keep converting them either to turnovers or sacks.
All right, so at halftime, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are losing to the New England Patriots 7-6 in a very low-scoring game here. Also notice the Bucs have found their running game. Leonard Fournette, 7 carries for 44 yards. Also, very good blitz pickup. You noticed that in this game, right?
Oh, yeah. Leonard Fournette has been stellar in his pass protection. Ronald Jones comes in and gives us a sack to Tom Brady. He's unable to slide over, but that's been the story with Ronald Jones and White doesn't see the field much. All
right. Let's go ahead and read some of these comments here. Want to go out to Ben Cornett. Where's Darrelle Revis doing these days? Who knows? Roger Shue says, go Pats. Give Pete that Bay present. Absolutely. Birthday present. Thank you very much. I believe this is Alex Nunster here. The refs are killing us. The Bucs are killing themselves. They continue to kill themselves. people talk about it. What's the difference between this team? Mental mistakes. It goes back to what Tony Dungy has always said. You commit mental mistakes, you shoot yourself in the foot, which is what the Bucs have did. And they did that on that drive with the 2 pass interference penalties. Clearly looked like Sherman had a hold of the wide receiver and also Carlton Davis.
Absolutely. These guys are getting caught, but they're physical guys.
Yep.
They put their hands on people, and that's just what you got to live with dealing with them. But it's definitely not the refs. The Bucs are doing it to themselves.
Yep, exactly. All right, let's go back out to Alex in the rain. Absolutely. David says hopefully he calms down and the halftime comes out and he's a better second half. Let's go out to Kyle Nicole. At least we found a run game to a degree. Ben Cornett not having Gronk was worse than not having Brown last week. Still no pass rush despite Barrett with the sack. And also looks like Rojo will get very little playing time from this point forward. And we saw, I don't know what that was, who got bowled over at that point. Looked like Donovan Smith, some type of confusion there. Actually, there was Alex Kappa trying to come in, and Ronald Jones was trying to help or stand around. I don't know what it was, but he doesn't look comfortable in pass protection at all. In fact, he looks lost in the sauce.
Yeah, at that point, just hit somebody.
Right.
For God's sakes. Don't fall on your rear end and look at Brady and say, sorry, dog.
Yeah.
You got to do something.
Ben Cornett says excuses. David says, I think he's high on those because Belichick is blitzing him up the middle a lot. Of course, that has been the bugaboo, if you will, in Tom Brady's career is that interior pressure if that gets into his face, which is what you do to every quarterback, but especially Brady. If you take off, you take away his peripheral vision, if you will, up the middle, that's what can get to him.
Absolutely.
Definitely affect the game. Bucs corners suck. Well, I think they're all hurt there. Troy Polamalu, King Troy, Trojan legend, so I'll give you this. Troy Polamalu again, Bunting, Davis, Dean, all bums. They're all hurt. Can't let inferior teams stick around or they can and will beat you. Troy Polamalu again. We're Super Bowl champions. Wow. Let's go out to Facebook user here. I believe this is Ben Cornett. You want the truth. Brady got about 3 overthrown passes, a missed field goal, and defense starting to slack. 4 overthrows tonight. Yep. Troy Polamalu. Bucs can't beat a rookie quarterback. Misador. Brady seems to be hype. Hopefully he levels out the second half. Everything will be okay. You got a second half there. It looked like there was some signs of life. And they love to get into that under the 2-minute drill. They spread people out. They start to go hurry up. You notice the Patriots and Mac Jones doing a lot of that tonight, catching the Bucs off guard. Want to get on Jason Powers here really quick, and then we'll get out to him. Ben Cornett, Alex Dunster agree. Ben Cornett, but Brady definitely missed Gronk. I agree with that. Alex Dunster agree. Roger Shue, happy birthday. Love you, little bro. Love you too, brother. Tell Mom I said hi. Mom is not here. Let me go out to Jason Powers, the Powers man. He is here. Let me go ahead and get your lower third up. Your thoughts on this game overall, my friend.
I think the rain has had an impact on the game. Obviously, I think Brady's accuracy is a little off because it's wet. Give the Patriots credit defensively. They're containing the Buccaneers. But I liked what they did in the last drive. It got Godwin involved out of the slot.
Right.
Got a couple nice fade routes to Godwin down the sideline. I think he could be the mismatch in the second half here after that last good drive.
You're a ref on the side. Those pass interference penalties, a lot of fans will complain about it, but to me, they look like
they were good calls.
Good calls, yeah.
The one I didn't like is I didn't like them overturning the catch fumble.
Well, that I don't know what a catch and a fumble is anymore because you got to make.
I thought he had it long enough.
Right.
But catch, step, strip.
Right. You got to make a football move. You got to have a picnic. Obviously, you got to tell your girlfriend you love her. I don't know what it is, but to me, that seemed like a catch.
I thought that was a catch.
What other thoughts here? Leonard Fournette really tearing it up tonight.
Carlton Davis injury is going to be a factor here in the second half. Sherman's playing pretty well, but he's the number one guy now. There's nobody. Him and D. Delaney, Cockrell. You saw Cockrell play more corner.
Yeah.
You're going to see Cockrell, Sherman, and Delaney as your corners. And so get the lead if you're the Buccaneers. We get the ball coming out of the second half. You got to get the lead and put them a touchdown, not a field goal.
Yes.
You got to convert the red zone.
Yeah.
And they're running like you wanted to run the ball. They're running the ball pretty good.
Well, you got to have balance to your offense. And if you have balance to your offense, you can definitely make it work, and that can open up the pass play action. And you talked about it tonight. The rain may have had an effect, especially on those 4 throws. Brady, he's got wide open receivers, but he's overshooting them, and you can't do that.
Evans dropped the ball in that second drive, that slanted about the 5-yard line.
Yep.
That was a pure drop. Is it the rain? Who knows? but that was a good throw by Brady. Evans, you got to catch that ball.
Absolutely correctable mistakes by this team. They can do it. What's your adjustment in that second half for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to beat the New England Patriots at
Get the lead.
Foxborough?
To me, get a touchdown lead. Again, force the issue back on the Patriots.
Right.
The more the Patriots keep this game within a 2, 3, 4-point game, the better. If you can get this first touchdown on this first possession, get the lead, force the Patriots. Because, again, the pressure's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Front four pressure. They got
love Tryon. I love what Tryon's done. I love what Barrett's done. You see Vea, once again, a man among boys. 347. I don't think he's 360, and he's being held, and he's still getting that penetration.
Yep.
When he can get that penetration, those guys on the outside can really get after it.
No, I think the Buccaneers are in a good spot here. You're where you want it. You're not turning the ball over. You're playing pretty. Brady's gonna get the accuracy under control here a little bit.
Yeah.
Second half, get Godwin involved more from the slot.
All right, let's see here. Fred Sweezy Moore says, "Why the hell is Davis playing special teams? No idea." Lenny is our main guy tonight. Need AB, Brait, Evans, Godwin to step up. Hopefully, Brady fires it up at the half. Misador, NFL must not be trying to expand into Europe anymore. How the hell you got Jets and Falcons in London? I almost said it. Laughed my ass off. Okay, thank you very much and great show, says Roger Shue. My biggest adjustment is get Mac Jones into those unmanageable third down situations because it seems like he's limited. He's just dumping it off at this point.
And they've got injury issues too. Jacoby Myers out.
Yep.
Damian Harris got hurt late in the second quarter.
Correct.
So they're playing backup guys. They're not running. Doing a great job stopping the run. Just don't let Mac Jones beat you.
All right, for the great Blake Anthony of Sports Talk 49 and Jason Powers on Sports Podcast. Your Bucs at halftime losing to the Patriots. Enjoy the second half. I'm your host, Peter Blake. See you later.
Hey, Stan Arthur here for the I Love St. Pete Facebook group. If you're a business owner looking to connect with tens of thousands of potential new local customers, you owe it to yourself to get enrolled in our Key Tag Rewards program. Since 2019, we've signed up more than 200 local merchants. Sponsor opportunities are available too, such as our group banner ad and even your own custom key tags. Just go to stpetekeytag.com, get enrolled, and get ready to get busy. stpetekeytag.com.